So, you might notice something slightly off about Spyro today. Remember in the last episode when I said I'm going to look into the modding community of this game, and I actually even forgot to install one mod, so there's going to be a different mod added after this episode or next episode as well. The mod where when you enter one of these portals or exit the levels, the gems fly all over the screen, because I figured there's going to be a mod for that. That was one of the most recognizable and beloved things about the original games, which weren't translated over to the reignited trilogy. So surely now that it's on PC, somebody made a mod for it. Turns out the modding community in this game is fairly just bare bones at the moment. It's mostly just reskins of Spyro, and out of all the ones that aren't just like, this is classic Spyro's design in HD, or this is the Legend of Spyro design, or this is the Skylanders design, or whatever. All of those exist, obviously. But this one is, as far as I can tell, a original design, and I very much like it. Is it a little bit edgy? Yes. Is my audio a little bit loud? Most definitely. Let me actually lower the volume a little bit there. It's a little bit quiet now, but that'll be a little bit quiet than too loud. So, yeah, definitely it's a little bit edgy, because it's like a ghost-like Spyro with green fire and sparks obviously having different colors, which I'm gonna have to get used to sparks having the different colors more so than anything else. But I figured for this Let's Play, let's make it like visually recognizable and unique, and let's just install this mod. Then there's also a mod which removes the tint overlays from levels. As you can probably see, there's a little bit of like fogginess to the levels, and that fog has a specific color. In this one, it's a little bit yellowish. There's a little bit of purple mixed in to most of them as well. And it's just not very pleasing. I don't know why they did it, to be honest. And there's a mod that removes that and makes every single level just look more neutral. And I do appreciate that quite a lot. I also probably should mention the fact that when I went into this level, you could see that I had 1504 gems. That is because I did actually go to the Magic Crafter's homeworld already. Because for the layouts and the thumbnails, well, not the thumbnails actually, for the layouts of the previous two videos, I needed screenshots from all the levels in Artisans. And as it turns out, when you unlock a new world, you're taken there automatically upon talking to the balloon dude. You can't go back to the ones you've already been to. So I had to go to Magic Crafters, I had to go through there, picking up as little as I possibly could, and then going back to Artisans. So yeah, I'm kind of sorry about that. It's just 4 gems, I didn't pick up anything major. I didn't unlock any of the dragons, I just literally only 4 gems. 2 of which came from enemies and 2 of which were picked up, I think. I frankly don't remember. But I figured I'd tell you guys about that. And obviously there's this Spyro, I don't know, maybe every single recording session I'm going to have a different skin mod, because there's a lot of them. It's just, I like this one the most. It's just well designed. And I don't even know how these mods work with the design changes in things like Spyro 2, where certain upgrades, certain power-ups give you slight modification to the design as well. I presume those are just separate, and they might either not be included in the mod, or the mod makes a separate pattern for those as well within this design. I really don't know. Not that it matters, because I don't think any of that... Well, actually, yeah, there is the Super Breath one, which makes Spyro pink or red in this one. So there is one of them, and I don't know what's going to happen when we get that. It might just crash the game, which I suppose it won't, but it could, in theory, very well could crash the game. It might have a different design, it might just revert to the original design. In this place you can see the tint very well. Do you see the shadowy areas here? they're looking a little bit purplish. And while Spyro is purple, so that makes sense. No, it doesn't. It's just not very pleasing. In the little bit of lighter areas, it looks... Honestly, it looks like the color grading I would have done like about 2-3 years ago. More actually, time flies. It looks like the color grading I would do on like a very cinematic shot about 3.5 years ago. These days I know better than to do those colors, but like I'm gonna go into a little bit of a like film making or film. If you're a film critic, you probably also could enjoy this, or just a fan of cinema in general. But there's a thing in filmmaking called "fuck you," and that's what the director says to everybody on set at all times. There's this thing in filmmaking, especially like specifically in the lighting department, called teal and orange, and it's literally what it sounds like. It's contrasting warm colors, orange, with cooler colors, teal, blue, in the same shot to give a very dynamic look. And while it is a very pleasing and fun look, it's also very fucking overused, and as such is starting to become a little bit less popular, I'd say. Also, I don't have the key yet, so I probably should have picked up that key before coming here. But where even is the key? Okay, that's gonna be a thing, isn't it? And that's kind of what this foggy tint thing reminds me of, because the shadows are very, very purple or pinkish, and then we have orange and yellows in the brighter areas, which is pretty much what teal and orange usually does. The brighter areas are warmer, the darker areas are cooler. Not always necessarily, but that is what ends up happening, especially when it is done in post-production with the color grading, rather than on set with the actual lighting. If you try to do a teal and orange effect just through post-production, it's usually going to end up looking fairly ugly. And that is what I, at one point in my life, did with color grading and color correction and all that kind of good stuff, until I like a while ago at this point I learned, actually let's not do that, because that's not very pleasing to the eye. So how do you get up there? Because this doesn't work. I think I'm a little bit lost here. I'm a little bit lost. I have to get up somewhere. It's not here, is it? Okay. I think I have to go over there. I don't know why I'm suddenly lost in this level, because usually I can play this game without thinking about it too much. This is the only place in the game, though, where I do have the occasional issues, but I think I've just figured out my way to the top here. So that's fine. And that should also give me the key, which should give me the last couple of gems as well. And then I just round the corner here. Is that right? That is right. I still got it. Still freaking got it. Oh my god, no! That's, that was a thing. That happened. Okay, second try. Let's round the corner here. That's not the difficult part. Let's not fall over this freaking edge this time. Not that difficult, is it? And I think that's all the dragons in this level. All dragons found. So now we just... I don't think we can make this all the way. No, not even close. For some reason, even though I have a minimap now, I tend to not look at it. I have enabled it, and I really hope that you guys watching actually get a little bit of use out of the minimap. But I haven't looked at it. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and I've looked at it a little bit because I talked about like how pleasing it looked with the speedway. Last episode, I think, with the islands. Well, that's just because speedways are, I don't know, they're different. They're not as much about exploration. To a certain extent they are, though. I really don't know. Also, the colors look a lot better on my primary monitor, so maybe the fog isn't as bad. But we're gonna try to install that mod to remove it before my next recording session, which might be 1 episode after this, might be 2 episodes, I don't yet know. I was planning to record 2 episodes today, but I've been feeling a little bit down today, so I don't know if I'm going to be actually recording 2, but now that I'm actually starting to record, it's always just getting into it, right? That, as with most tasks in life, just starting something up is the most difficult thing, and it's about like, it's 5:45 p.m. and I was like, okay, so I don't know what to do with my life, because that just in general, because it's a little bit early to go make dinner for me. Usually I have dinner right around like 7 or 8 p.m. Which is a little bit on the late side for a lot of people, I'm aware, but that's just when I tend to have dinner. I also wake up fairly late, so I have breakfast fairly late, I have lunch fairly late, and I have dinner very late, and then I go to bed fairly late, around like between 1 and 2 a.m. 12 a.m. doesn't exist. Well, does it? Because by default, isn't 12 a.m. like 0 a.m. is the thing? I don't know. Clifftown. This is probably not one of my favorite levels per se, but it's one of the levels I most remember playing as a kid. Out of this game, anyway. I mostly remember playing Ripto's Rage as a kid, because I played the heck out of that game. That's why I can probably, not literally, but probably can play it blindfolded. To be honest, I can't, but I'm pretty good with that game. As far as like glitchless speedruns go, I'm not gonna say that I'm making any world records anytime soon, but I think I'd be able to compete at least a little bit once I got the routing down. Some of the mini games are annoying, so doing a 100% run, definitely not. But an 90% run of Ripto's Rage, glitchless, I might be a man. Because I still can't do like the double jump. That might have something to do just with the fact that... I'm talking about the original version here, by the way. The double jump is not in the reignited trilogy, which almost makes me a little bit sad, but I understand it. But it would have been nice if they kept it in there, even if just to like acknowledge the fact that it exists and just do like a little bit of fan service. Would have been nice. I totally understand why they didn't do that though. I'm not mad about it, I'm just disappointed. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Probably should not forget the dragon over here, because otherwise I'm actually gonna forget. Also, I tried to find a proper picture of the reignited. I just realized how I could get one. The reignited trilogy versions of the dragons, which are a little bit more like intricate and detailed. I couldn't find one on Google to use for the overlay, so I used artwork based on the original versions of the game. But now I just realized that when you free a dragon, the little counter on top of the screen actually is perfect for that, because I can just rotate it out and I could have used it. Too bad I've already recorded, exported, and well, the recording part doesn't really matter because I don't record with the overlay. But I've already added and uploaded the first 2 episodes. I'm not going to change it now, but maybe in the future, if I ever revisit this, I'll probably have forgotten, to be honest, so it's not going to matter either way. Meanwhile, I'm talking about all of this. We're making our way to the top of this this fort, I guess, which is... This is what I mean. I've played this game so many damn times that I'm just doing things on automatic pilot. I'm just, okay, do this, do this. It's almost like a kind of meditation for me, right? I mean, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just playing the game. I'm seeing what's happening on screen and without thinking about what I'm doing. Other than the occasional moments where I don't know what I'm doing. I just do what I need to do. And here I have to do a little bit of decision making. Do I go to over there or over there first? And then I realize it doesn't matter because I have to go to both anyway. And this is a larger area, and from here I can actually... Oh no, that's not true. I was going to say from here I can actually make it to the other area as well. You can, you definitely can, but I won't for one very specific reason. And that is, you need this area to get behind the building you spawned in to begin with. So did I actually? Yes, for a change I'm recording desktop audio. I always forget to do that. I mean, I think in the Pokemon Blue Rescue Team Let's Play, the Mystery Dungeon one, out of the 18 episodes that were in there, I think I forgot to record the game audio in like... I want to say... Does that give me full sparks? Yes, it does. I want to say like 6 or 7 episodes don't have game audio, probably. And of course in the Platinum series that is also a real issue. And it just... I keep forgetting that. And I'm trying to be better about it. But it just... Sometimes things don't go your way. Okay, all dragons found, so that means that I can now... Oh, actually, having been up there, there's a little wind spiral that can take me back up there now for easier access to certain places. So, how many gems are in this level is my question though, because there's gems back there, and surely there's not 400 gems in here. It has to be. Oh, okay, hiding a 25 gem there. Yes, definitely there's going to be 400 gems. I was going to say, there's not enough places to hide 100 more gems, unless there are a bunch of 100. And also, always forget that chest over there. I think there's another chest to the right, which this time I actually apparently did get. But always forget to check behind you. Well, I always forget to check behind me. That is not advice. It's not advice saying always forget to check behind you. Definitely don't forget to check behind you. So this is just a little bit annoying, right? I have to go here, get the gems, then go back down, only to go back up and glide over to the other place. At which point I don't even know if I can reach... It seems possible? Question mark? Yeah, definitely. That's doable. But how do I even... I don't think I can make this, right? No, I can't. But there's another whirlwind up here, which saves me doing some platforming. This is a fairly lengthy level, though, because... This is... Oh no, this is the second level we're doing. I was going to say, this is the only level we've done so far. We're about 20 minutes into the video. No, it's actually the second level we've done. So we can do a third level after this, and then we are going to call it an episode. At which point we will finish the rest of the Peacekeeper's Homeworld on the next episode, I assume. Because this is the second level we've done. We've already done the Speedway. And I think that leaves one more level and then the boss level, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I don't know how many levels there are in any given world. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is the fourth we're doing. So that's one. I was right! It's one level and the boss level. And I don't have all the gems yet. I'm missing 3. I can see 1. So there's probably 1 green gem left somewhere. The thing is... That could be pointing towards 2 things, which have different routes to get to. Yeah, definitely it's just at the other side of this this river. Where? Frick if I know. Oh! Right over here. Okay, so that is that, an exit level. Let's go to the next level. It takes a little while. Not as long. I just noticed, by the way, that there is a treasure found counter, which I don't think was there in the original version of the game upon release. Maybe the PlayStation version does have it by now, but upon release that wasn't there, I'm fairly certain. Still isn't the gem animation though, which is a little bit sad. Dr. Shamp's the last one we're going to, so... Oh, yeah. This is the Ice Cavern. That one actually always takes me quite a while as well. Am I going to cut the episode here? No, I'm just 20 minutes in. This might be a little bit of a shorter, of a longer episode as a result of the Ice Cavern being a annoying level for me. I always waste a little bit of time because I don't know the routing that well. for this area, right? Because I go through the entire stage like 2 or 3 times. Well, you can, if you optimize the way you do things, do it way more efficiently than I'm about to do. I just want everybody to be very much aware of that. This time, actually, it shows you that there's things behind your spawning locations, which is very nice. But still, I do tend to forget those. I don't think in the original version of the game it shows you that, which makes a lot of sense. Why they would show it to you now, because probably that's one of the more frustrating things people have with this game. Also, I feel like my commentary style throughout this entire episode has been very, like, announcer-esque for some reason. It's not on purpose, I swear. I don't know. It's just, I'm doing more of a walkthrough kind of thing here than a let's play at this point, which on one hand side is fine, on the other hand side, it's not my particular strength. My strength is just to play a game, not think about it too much, and just banter. That's pretty much what I'm best at doing, right? So, games that require a lot of, like, neurological input from me, to sound fancy, not as well catered to my strengths, maybe. So this game is definitely not one of the games that requires me to think a lot. Whereas if I play a game I've never played before, if I play a blind game, that's going to be a bit more of an issue for me, because I can't do what I'm, in my opinion, best at doing, and that is just talking bullshit for half an hour while a game plays in the background. So I might, for the first time in my life, be... Oh my god, I overshot it. I was doing so well! And then I died. And it even phases me to that... Maybe that is the best thing to do. I really don't know what is the best order of things to do. I think, but I might be mistaken here, I think flying off that ledge to go get that key, which, by the way, is not a speedrun strat whatsoever. That's the way you're supposed to get to this little island over here. And then going over here, and then... I don't know when or how you're supposed to get back up there. I mean, I know how you can get back up there, just like... That answers my question, I suppose. You just go back, get the chest, and that is that, I suppose. Also, at this point in the game, I was expecting to have a lot more lives, but last episode I lost quite a bit. Because I couldn't make that one goddamn jump. And then I just overshot one of my jumps as well. So I probably should be at like 20 lives. I'm at 14. Which is still 14 more than on... That's not true. I'm definitely going to die throughout the rest of this playthrough at some point. It's just... Oh my god. You laugh. You laugh. Who's laughing now, bitch? That's right. Me. Laugh. Laugh. I don't know how to laugh. That has not been programmed into me. You human beings are a little bit weird to me with your laughter, and I just don't quite understand what it is. I need a little bit of a firmware update, I think, to understand the positive emotion known as laughter and joy. Also, I am apparently a robot. Wouldn't that be sick? if you just at some point figured out that all content creators on YouTube were actually just androids. Or cyborgs, I guess. Well, no. Because cyborgs would imply that they are biologically based and androids are engineered, right? While cyborgs are enhanced humans, androids are just robots. Wouldn't that be neat to find out that, like, PewDiePie is not a human, but just an android manufactured by, I don't freaking know, some kind of Illuminati stuff? That would be neat. That would be nice. Why would it be nice? Because it would give me more stuff to talk about. That's pretty much all I do. I did go to the grocery store today before recording this episode. I was supposed to record this episode a couple of hours earlier than I am. But I was like, let's go to the grocery store first, because something might happen there which gets me a good story to talk about in the episode, and it didn't. It was a very, very boring trip to the grocery store. Well, usually, maybe that just goes to show you about how boring my life is, but somehow, anecdotes just, they're born in the grocery store. Either because people do stupid shit which intrigues me, or because people do stupid shit which reminds me of other stupid shit that's happened in the past. Or there's a lot of reasons that things can happen in a grocery store which leads to me talking about something in an episode. You could say that if grocery stores go away and ordering your groceries, which is starting to be a real thing around here, like, it's been a real thing for a while, but it's like an actual viable thing, not like a huge luxury anymore. If that actually ever becomes a standard and grocery stores go away because they realize, actually, having a store and all employees and having to keep everything like very, very clean, probably should keep things very clean anyway if you're selling food, but you know what I mean? It's pretty expensive to do, and it's a lot cheaper to just drive around our goods to people who ordered them. If that ever happens, I'm going to be in trouble as far as anecdotes go. So where do you need me to go, Sparks? You need me to go over there. I presume it's only 2 more oh my god, it's at the other side of the freaking level, isn't it? Okay, yeah, that does end up happening sometimes. We might be able to do Dr. Shemp today. We could do the entirety of Peacekeepers, at which point we probably could end up doing what I originally kind of wanted to do. And that is, where do you want me to go, Sparks? Wait, what? Is it all the way back at the beginning? Oh, it's you, isn't it? Yes, it is. What I originally wanted to do, and that is an entire homeworld per episode. We could. Because right now, we spent the first episode doing artisans, except for, well, actually except for 2 levels. And then last episode we did those 2 levels and the homeworld here, so probably wouldn't end up working that well. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Next time we're going to do Dr. Shemp and make a start in the Magic Crafters homeworld, and probably do like 1 or 2 levels in there. Dr. Shemp is not gonna be too long of a level. The Magic Crafters homeworld itself might take a little bit longer. And then some of my favorite levels in the game are in that homeworld. So until the next time, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed the video, which hopefully you have. I'll see you all back next time. Spyro, could you just stop doing that? You can wash yourself when we're not recording. This is just a little bit gross. Okay? Bye.